ho, ho, it's
Banter.
you know.
It was banter.
I throw my hands up in the air sometimes, saying,
Banter.
gotta let go.
Banter.
This could be the greatest
Banter.
of our life. I'm loving
Banter.
instead.
Okay, welcome everyone once again to Banter episode 3. Today we've just picked up Halfdevil in his hometown of Israel. As you can see, there's a few tanks crossing right now. Unfortunately, we're going to have to sit here for a little while, so it gives us an opportunity to have a little chat with him. Halfdevil, good man, how are you?
Hello, Hinuman. I'm good. Having a good day.
Good day? I don't know that feeling. I've just lost all games today, so it's not been a good day for me. Halfdevil, introduce yourself first of all for people who don't know who you are. I mean, a lot of us know you in the EU scene, but some people don't.
I'm Halfdevil. I play Smite, obviously. I main support. Right now I'm a sub for London Conspiracy. Sandtouch team, if anyone knows. Probably do.
I think everyone knows Sandtouch's team.
Yeah, everybody knows Sandtouch. I used to play back then on EU C9 with Sayo, who quitted Smite, NQ, who's now on Nightwatch, Youngbear, who's on Dig now. And then I used to be on Fnatic, the old Fnatic, not the
Not the
current
new
one,
Fnatic. Yeah, the old Fnatic,
with
which
Shadow
was...
Nightmare
yeah.
and Frostiak from Dignitas. You know, big names basically.
And then you were on Spicy Waffles as well, which was inside the scene for a while. You did pretty well, and then you kind of didn't do very well at the end.
We gave it a nice run. Like, I won't lie. But then, like, we knew from the start that if we want qualified to SPL, Yaman will have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And once Yaman left, I was like, well, he's my best friend here. I like all of you, but I don't want to stay, basically.
So what happened? How did you end up on London Conspiracy now then, as a sub?
I was playing my normal ranked games, you know.
Usual
Playing
Halfdevil.
casually.
Yep.
And Santa just sent me a Twitter message. He's like, yo, bro, can you sub for us for a couple of games, like SPL games? I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. So
Magic.
you're subbing for them now. Are you going to be looking for a team in the future again? Are we going to see Halfdevil the rise in return? I mean, like, it's unusual
Not
not to
at
see
the
you in
moment.
support. Why not at the moment? Why not at the moment?
I have to
Why?
join the army, as you can see tanks crossing by, you know.
Good point,
I have
good
to
point. And those
join
dust
the army
clouds.
like 2 months. I'm not sure where I'm going to end. Like, I might be... Well, I try not to be a fighting soldier, because I'm really fragile.
You could be a gaming soldier.
Yeah, you know, I want to be like... I want to play Smite. So it depends like where I'll end up. If I'll end up like a guy that goes home every day and like I still be able to play competitive Smite, I will.
Mhm.
And if I won't, I won't.
I understand. So you got to do that for 2 months, was it? Did you say?
In 2
2
months.
months? Oh,
For
in 2
3 years.
For 3 years? We're going to lose
Yeah,
you for
they want-
potentially
they want-
3 years?
Yeah.
Holy
It's
shit!
insane.
You're going to be
It's
an
a
old man by
mandatory
then.
army. Like,
You're going to be an old man by then.
yeah.
Maybe you could drive a tank. That'd be cool.
I want to be a coffee maker.
A coffee maker. Well, we'll find out how that works out for you. So, up till then, you've got 2 months' time until then. You've been playing with London Conspiracy. I hear you're subbing in for them for the first game this week on Thursday,
Yes.
tomorrow. That game, you're going to be playing support, obviously.
Indeed.
And Millsy's not available, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he has to be somewhere.
Okay, cool. So, talk to me about London Conspiracy. Is there any tricks or strats and stuff that you've been experimenting with? You don't have to say if you don't want to. Don't want to get in
I
trouble.
wouldn't say strats, but we do have our own strong points and weak points, which I won't really, you know, tell you
Yeah, of course.
what is what, but we have our own kind of plays.
Well, with that, then, you're coming up against Titan. How do you feel about Titan? I mean, Titan at the moment, I talked to him on the show yesterday, and you should be able to see that one. And he was about for a while, and he said, you know, we didn't do great against some of the teams, but the other teams, we should be fine. And he feels confident in this game.
Honestly, pretty much. I wouldn't say, like, we're going to win this 100%, but I would say that our chances to win are pretty good. I don't know. I guess it's already official, but if you didn't know, Confrey and Ataraxia swapped roles.
I did know they swapped roles. That is true.
So they're pretty new, both of them, to their roles. I don't know how it's gonna affect them, but if they have to go deeper into their decision making and play making in their new roles, it might affect them.
We'll see if it does affect them then going forward with that. So, if you have to predict the outcome, what are you going? You going 1-1, 2-0, London Conspiracy?
I would say
Let's be honest. This SPL.
We're gonna take first game,
Okay.
and I would say the favor. We will have the favor in winning the second game, but they might take the second game.
Okay, so you think it might go 1-1? Go 1-1, but
it
minimum
might.
1-1. Okay.
The chances are in our favor.
Well, here's the real question then: is in the client now you can see that you can bet on matches. You will be able to bet on the matches. Where are you putting your points for that game?
2 points to London Conspiracy, of course.
But you just said that you might not win
but
second game.
There's a difference between beliefs and
Dreams,
being realistic.
Beliefs and dreams.
I'm gonna bet on myself, because if I won't bet on myself, how am I supposed to win? Like, if I can't believe that I can beat them, how am I supposed to beat them?
That's a very good point. And on top of that, you might throw on purpose. We don't want any of that going on. Yeah. Shenanigans for betting points. And then after that one, you're going to be facing Epsilon week 2. I'm not sure if you're going to be back to sub role then.
I think Emil is going to play that time.
If he's going to be playing that time anyway, you could still talk. You're part of the team now. Epsilon.
Yeah,
how do you feel about the chances against them? And what do you think about Epsilon as a team?
I especially think very highly of them. Back on Spicy Waffles, they were our scrim partners. They're insanely strong. Demi and Adapting are like the 2 best players on the EU. Like, just hands down, 2 best players. Yaman is like mechanically insane. Rafa has insane knowledge of the game. And Emmett is just like crazy, but somehow makes it work.
Don't be nice to Rafa. You can be nice to the others, but not Rafa. He doesn't know anything about the game. He don't know anything. He didn't even know what was in the patch today. He's useless. So you think Epsilon are really strong right now? I think a lot of the pro teams are saying that they think Epsilon's going to be a really big one to watch this season.
Well, the last time I was like I was expecting really high of them, and then Rafa was like getting pulled by air assaults. Like he was Geb, and he was getting pulled. He was like mistiming his Geb ult to the air assaults. I was like, dude, like that just cannot happen. But I think he has a lot more confidence now, so I don't think that's going to happen again.
Well, I mean, he had that whole issue of transferring to the support role as well. I mean, on an individual level with him as well, you've seen him play now. How is his support? How would you rate him compared to the other supports?
I would say that his God pool is not as deep.
I
would say his knowledge is still far and beyond normal players. Like, I think he has more knowledge than me. I just know it, like, I just know what to do, just like instincts. But he knows it because it's knowledge, because he has so much knowledge about the game. So if he needs to like react really fast, he might not be not react as fast as he should have. But if he gets rolling, there's like no stopping Rafa.
Well, in that game then, what's your prediction? London Conspiracy versus Epsilon. Obviously that's week 2. I should have put these on the screen as well because
I would say
game 2.
Epsilon is gonna take game 1, and London Conspiracy will get the second game, I would say.
Okay, so 1-1. Okay, and your points in the client, if you had to bet on them, where would they go?
I didn't bet on it. It's the second week, isn't it?
Yeah. But
where would they go? Concentrate 1 week at a time.
No. Where would the points go? Where would the points go? Your personal points, where are they going?
2-0 London Conspiracy.
Oh, look at you. You're part of the team. You're such a good lad. You're not like, no, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not going to go against my team. So they're the 2 games of, that. Now let's talk about the SPL in general. I mean, there's 8 teams in it now, Halfdevil. There's a lot of different talent on the line and available this time round. A lot of games to play through. But when you look over it, who do you expect to come out in top 3?
Top 3, Fnatic. I would say they're going to end first.
Okay.
They're becoming more and more stable. Zyhor's landing his skill shots, not getting caught. The farther we go into in time.
Did you watch the land? Did you watch the land? I didn't see him land some Krakens in game 1. Did you see him land Krakens?
It was a catastrophe, Game 2 is like minor catastrophe, and like game 3 was like, oh my god, the rest of my team feed.
Yeah, that's true.
He's getting better.
So you think Fnatic's number 1?
Fnatic's first, I would say.
Second?
Trig might be second. It's going to be a tough fight between Epsilon and Trig.
Okay.
It's gonna be really close.
So you think it's going to be
Depends on
Epsilon Trig for second and third?
Yeah.
Just to not show what
Definitely.
order. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. For London Conspiracy, where do you expect them
I
to
would
end
say
then?
they would go fourth, stable fourth,
Okay.
and fifth and sixth. I would say probably Upcoming Star sixth and
Oh.
Dignitas fifth, but I might be wrong about that.
So
I don't
who's
know.
7 and 8th?
7 and 8. Oh, there's Nox as well. Nox and what's their name? No, wait.
Oh,
There's another
Halfdevil.
team. I can't forget. Remember
Oh,
the last.
Half-Devil. You don't know the teams that you're even competing against.
I forgot. There's Nox.
How do you not
there's
even
Upcoming
know
Star.
the teams you compete against Half-Devil? This happens every time. You've got Epsilon, which you said, Fanatic London Conspiracy, Night's
yeah.
Watch, Titan.
I forgot Titan. I have a game tomorrow against them. Oh my god. This is
So when you go through all the teams, you said first of all Fanatic number
Titan
1.
fifth.
Titan
Dignita
fifth?
sixth. No, that doesn't make sense. I forgot a team again.
Wow.
Titan fifth. Dignita 6th, Nox 7th, and Upcoming Stars 8th.
Okay.
Now I have all the teams.
So you've got them all now.
Yeah.
So your official, so your bottom 2 is Upcoming Stars and Night's
Nox.
Watch. Why do you think those were the bottom 2?
Well, Upcoming Stars are in an uprising. They're getting better by them. Like every scrim we do against them, they're just getting better.
Mm-hmm.
But by their performance on the relegations, I just don't see them being upper than 7th or 8th. They played horrible most of the games at least.
Yeah, the games they didn't look good. And Night's Watch?
Night Watch. Well, that's interesting. That's a bet. You know, Wolf of Elo Street can be either really good or not contribute anything. So it depends where he stands up, like on his team. If he does good, they might be.
You think it's all down to Wolf of Elo Street then?
Yes.
For Night's
They're
Watch?
all really consistent. Mox is a bit aggressive. You need to learn to tame him down.
Mm-hmm.
But NQ is consistent. Karina is consistent. Zindan is consistent. It all comes down to the dual lane, I would say.
That's interesting. So it's going to be interesting to see how Night's Watch play out that for themselves and see if they can actually get higher up there. And Titan, you've seeded. You said 5th for Titan, below London Conspiracy, yet above Dignitas. Why is Dignitas so low? Is it just because of the performance?
Against puppies also, and yeah, just their performance. Based on their performance, I know they had lag issues, but they weren't playing on a high level, and maybe they're not practicing as hard. You know, playing grass, chasing girls, kappa. But if they want to step it up, I don't see them coming on top. They have really good players. Shadow is insane. He's their ace by far. Frostiak is just when he's on the roll also, really good player. Frezzy is always consistent. I would say he's their most consistent player, I think. Which is quite funny because Frezzy, no, I guess Shadow is the most consistent. Frezzy is their second most consistent.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
You keep changing your mind. It's Frezzy's the most consistent. No, Shadow's... You're not consistent, are you, Halfdevil, quite clearly.
I was Frezzy most consistent, but I was no, Shadow is their ace and their most consistent, you know? So, yeah, it just doesn't seem like they're playing too much of the game, honestly.
Well, I mean, that's all about the SPL for the time being. One thing I will ask you, though, is you main support Halfdevil. We've got Season 2 upon us, Split 2 coming up. All the patch changes and things have been going through. How are you feeling about support now, just in general?
Well, same thing. Now, with the OP boots being nerfed, only giving gold, I would say it's only going to be used when you want to farm rather than fighting. Let's just say a Geb support.
Okay.
And supports need to farm extra carefully and perfectly, I would say, because otherwise they'll be 5 levels behind everyone and we'll get one shot at every team fight.
Do you think getting Talaria boots is still worth getting now, or...?
It depends on what support you are, against what support you are, and what you're trying to achieve.
So it's it's a little bit like Watchers versus Vanguard, sort of, isn't it?
Indeed,
I guess.
indeed.
Okay, so that makes sense with the Talaria boots then going forward. So the support in general, I mean, you happy with the God pool at the moment with supports what
You're
to be
still
played?
the sacrificial lamb, the CC machine. You go in, you die, your team kills them.
And then you get the blame if it goes wrong.
No, if you lose.
If you lose, you get the blame. If you win, you don't get the credit. It's normally the 100 that gets the credit.
Support life.
If you had to say one class was OP right now, which would it be?
80 carry.
Okay. I just tried to get that out there because I'm going to start asking that to everybody because everyone has a different opinion. But at the moment, a lot of talk about hunters. And finally, before it looks like the last tank is just trucking across the road here, Halfdevil. Last question for you. Looking very far forward down towards Worlds, is there any region you expect to shine this time that maybe didn't last time? Or who do you think is going to be the strongest at Worlds this time round?
EU, obviously, if that wasn't,
Right.
Players
That's right.
Sunshine.
That's right.
Fnatic, well, they're gonna make it to Worlds. I'm not sure how good they're gonna do at Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say Epsilon.
You reckon Epsilon? Wow, okay. It's
Or
early
Rafa.
days to be talking about that. Oh, you're really into Rafa, aren't you? You're really
Well, I
into
believe in him.
Rafa.
He's my prodigy.
He's your brother. Did you train him? Did you teach him all your senpai, your ways?
Well, I was giving him
You're his senpai. Is that what you're
tips,
telling me?
when he started playing.
Ah, so you give him all the tips. Okay, cool.
I still don't like how he builds, though.
Well, you'll have to learn that eventually. One other thing though is if other than EU, how do you feel like China, Brazil, Oceania? Do you reckon any of those guys might have a chance at Worlds this time round?
I don't have too much knowledge about that, but from what I heard, Chinese and like Koreans and all that, they're worse at FPS games rather than like, I don't know, StarCraft or League of Legends. Where it all comes down to thinking and positioning. But Smite is not all about that. It's
That's true.
partly about that, and well, most of it is hit your shit.
That's true. Hit your
And
shit.
yeah, they're worse at it. So I don't know. I think they're gonna be good, but I don't think they're gonna be the top.
Well, that was a little talk with Halfdevil. Halfdevil, do you have any final words to say to any fans or anybody from London Conspiracy or sponsors
Loving
and
my
stuff like that?
fans. Thank you for supporting me, London Conspiracy. Hope you root for us tomorrow, and hope you all have a great day.
And hopefully they do have a great day. We'll be off as Halfdevil will teach me to hit that shit. See you all later.